Bookie Brooke and the boys with special guest Dr. D. Oh my gosh. I had a lot of fun last week. Brooke, how do you think things went?
I took a big old L. Have to wear that one on the chin for a week.
I mean, you did end up in the green still. So, I mean, that's not.
I couldn't remember, so I just like it. Just goes to show you where like my mind was with Colorado and North Dakota State being so close. I thought South Dakota State, being two-time FCS national champ, would put up a better fight against Okie State, and that's the talent gap between FCS and Power Five football, I suppose. But
I think that's a great point that you bring up. It would be pretty embarrassing to lose or to beat an FCS team by only single digits when the actual good FCS team is, getting blown out by Alan Bowman. But here's how we ended up. Actually, I did not end up in the green. You were pretty far down, unless I'm missing something here. Because South Dakota State got blown out, West Virginia got blown out, covered on North Dakota State, Florida. What were you thinking there? You walk me
I
through
don't
that
know. It was in the swamp.
in the swamp, and then
Did
A
you
and M.
take NDSU or South Dakota State to win or to cover? I just can't read it.
No, just the 10 points.
The 10 points. If I would have been on here, I would have taken a money line for what it's worth. So I did not expect him to get killed like that.
But King Tyler reigns again. He had the other side of that. He had Oklahoma State's, and then his under bets were unbelievably sweatless. In Minnesota and UNC, and then Illinois State and Iowa. Congratulations!
Did Tyler go 5-0?
Nope, he lost Boise State -13, and then he had the over in the Clemson Georgia game.
Tough.
That one's tough because I mean, if Clemson's even kind of competent, that clears
3 points.
So that's tough. But he ended up with a net win of $409. I ended up with a net win of $156.56. And then Bookie Brooke with $927 in the hole. So we got some work to do, fellas, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. Look at this. We got a clean slate here this week. Who wants to get us started with their $100 bet?
I can go first. I have to get in on some action for the first NFL game. I'm going to go ahead. And this goes against everything I thought about college football week 1. Give me the over 47.5 Ravens Chiefs.
Do you know what that number is?
47.5.
47.5.
You must have cut out there.
Which I don't really believe that one, but I just want a bunch of people to score a bunch of points.
I mean, those are the offenses to do it. Is Chiefs with is that IE or EI?
IE.
Okay. I was like, that doesn't look right, but I'm losing my mind here. All right, Luke, are you ready to go? Or should we circle back? All right.
No, I'm good. For the 100, I'll do the over in Western Michigan versus Ohio State, and it's 54.5.
Well, that's a specific one. You want to walk us through that?
I just think Ohio State will score more than 54.5.
That's fair. That's fair. If you think that they can get 54 points by themselves, that's a pretty easy bet.
Yeah, that was my thought process. So.
All right, Bookie Brooke on the redemption tour. What are we thinking?
I'll go Northwestern -2 for $100.
Who do they got this week?
Duke at home.
Interesting. Let's see here. So I got a couple of ones that I really like, so I'll save those. I also want to get in on the NFL action. This week's going to be a lot of betting with my heart, so I'm going to go
anytime field goal bullshit that you were doing last year.
It's funny that you bring that up because last week I was mentally kind of keeping a tally just because I was still locked in on the bet. I'm like, oh, Vandy got a field goal. You can check that one off. I'm like, okay, we got to move on from that. Give me the Broncos money line plus 225.
I was gonna say that. I think they're underdogs in that game.
Yeah,
Who are they playing?
the Seahawks.
Nice.
All right, Tyler,
Awesome.
$200 on the board.
We were talking about this game earlier today. I think Texas just absolutely dominates Michigan. Give me Texas minus 7.5.
Are you
Ooh,
buying
Luke,
points, or is that the standard? Is that where the
That's
point
what
spread
it
is?
is.
showing on here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting, because I thought that was closer to 5, but spoiler, you won't be the only one taking that game.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go Boise State plus 19.5 against Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon didn't look good in any way, shape,
They
or
burned me
I
last
mean,
week.
Yeah.
Luke.
Oregon did?
No,
the
Boise State did.
Broncos.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't look the best either, but their running back, I mean, that was
Genty looked
ridiculous. So,
insane.
yeah.
And when you have a running back or a running game like that, like they had in general, it's just tough to run away with games
Yeah.
unless you
Their
really put them in a corner.
Their defense will have to do a little more, though,
Yeah.
against Oregon.
Bookie Brooke, $200. What are we thinking?
So for my $200 one, I'll take the over in Texas Tech Wazoo, which is 65.5.
65.5. That's nuts.
That's high.
That's a lot of points,
So
but I don't
the
hate it.
thought there is Wazoo won 70-30 against an FCS team, and then Texas Tech beat a FCS team 52-51. So not much defense
Points.
being played.
51
That's very
in
fair.
FCS.
They should have lost.
You
Wasn't
really
it
should have lost.
Abilene Christian?
Abilene Christian.
Yep.
Yeah, that was tough to watch. That was tough. Let me see here. So I got my last three. What else do we like here? I am going to take BYU against SMU, and I get 11.5 points. I'm more surprised with how well BYU played last week than almost any other Big 12 team. And if you're giving me a dozen points against SMU, I'll take it. All right. Back to Tyler Sprinkle. What are you thinking?
For my next one, we were talking about this game as well earlier. I do think Tennessee's gonna beat them outright. I think they cover 8, but I'm not super confident in that. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take the under 61.5 points.
That's
What was that total again?
61.5.
61.5. Interesting. All right. Luke, what do we got?
This is 300, right?
Yep.
Give me Nebraska.
Let's
7.5.
go. I was waiting when somebody would do it.
Hell yeah.
I was wondering when somebody would pull the trigger on that.
I love it. About time. Turn the corner.
It's about time. And oh my gosh. And Matt Rule feels like a very cordial kind of coach. I'm not going to rub it in too much. I'm going to have Dylan Gramstad play against UTEP. I have a hunch he's not going to be holding any punches on Saturday.
I sure hope not.
All right. Back around to Bookie Brooke.
NC State plus 8.
Didn't want to take the money line there.
No, I think if you're going to give me 8 points, I'll take them.
What do you see in NC State that you like so much?
Their defense is always pretty good, and I know they didn't look real good week 1, but it feels like the whole world is really high on Tennessee because of Nico and how bad they won week 1, but I don't think he's really been tested yet. So, I mean, still win that game, but NC State can run. They can move the ball through the air and on the ground now. So I'll take the better defense.
I think you're absolutely right. In his 2 games that he's played, he hasn't played a really good team yet. So I'm right there with you. NC State might be the best team that he's played so far. So shout out to Wolfpack. I love it. I love any world where Nebraska is back before Tennessee. That's where my allegiances lie. Let's see here. $300. I'm gonna go. Oh boy, I got to look up the points on this. Again, I'm going with my heart. Give me Iowa State plus 2.5.
I like that. I like that one a lot.
The way that I'm thinking about it is that if they lose, I'm going to be sad anyway, so I might as well just lump it all in there.
Yes. My next one, and it's similar to Luke's first pick. Penn State Bowling Green over 48.5.
Jesus Christ.
The only thing I'm worried about is Bowling Green not scoring any, and Penn State lets off the gas and just doesn't get to 49 points. Yeah.
My 400 I've written down is Syracuse money line, and I'm pretty sure they played Georgia Tech is who it was. So I took them because I saw Georgia Tech got ranked to like 23rd, and I just think it'll be one of those things where it's like probably
Flash
not,
in the pan.
very short-lived, and they get brought right back down.
I love it.
And
It was nice to see Kyle McCord ball out now that he's not getting held back. So I
Yeah,
thought that was nice.
there you go.
Back around Bookie Brooke.
I'll take Auburn minus 13.
Said minus
Really?
13?
Yep.
Oh, man. Who are they playing? They think they're going to beat up that bad. California, the Golden Bears.
I don't think they're going to be very good, and Auburn just put up 73, so
There's a lot of folks who like Auburn. There's a lot of folks who like Auburn quite a bit.
you freeze year 2.
Guess so. I guess so. $400 bets. I'm gonna go with Texas minus 7.5. I'm just very confused on what people saw on Saturday. I think that this is gonna be a one score game. Like there's a chance that Michigan doesn't score 7.5 points. I don't know. I don't know. I might be wrong. I feel like I'm very wrong about Michigan just because it feels like I'm on an island. But I don't think this is the game where they come through.
Yeah, I don't either.
All right, Tyler,
so
the big one.
Here comes the emotional hedge. Yes, this isn't for real money, but I would just feel better if something happened. I'm going to go ahead and take Colorado plus 7.5.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Emotional
that's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
What a
I hope
chicken
I lose
shit
this
bet.
one. Yeah, I hope I lose it.
That's tough. I respect the emotional hedge. I mean, I've made a lot of when I was able to wager, made a lot of money on Iowa money line on Thanksgiving weekend. Unfortunately, I respect it. Luke, we got the big one.
All right, so you guys aren't going to like this, but it's just there for the taking. It seems so obvious that Iowa easily beats Iowa State by more than 2.5 points.
Oh no.
That's what I was thinking, Luke. Am I crazy for that?
There's just no way. Iowa's going to smoke them this year.
You just got to remember that Kirk is back on the sideline, so he's definitely going to do something to punt as much as possible.
He's gonna bring the team back to earth.
Oh, was he like suspended the first game?
Yeah.
Or something? Oh. Shoot,
Does that change your thought at all?
No, they'll get them 3-0.
Oh,
That's all it'll take.
Disgusting.
the thing that
it'll
sucks is
take.
I can see that happening.
It'll be
7-3.
5-3 final, and Luke will miss his bet.
Oh, that.
All right, wrap it up, Bookie Brooke. What do we got? $500.
UAB minus 13.
Walk me through that one.
Well, plain and simple, I think Louisiana Monroe is the worst FBS team in the world. So
That's fair. Sometimes it's not about who you like; it's about who you.
if you really want a second factor, their starting quarterback's last name is Booty, so they can't be too good.
Oh man, that is a. Yeah, that's a joke waiting to be exploited on Twitter. But for my last one, I'm not emotional hedging anything. I'm going all in. Give me Nebraska minus 7.5.
That's a man's
I like
pick right there.
I like it.
All right, fellas, we got a good slate. I mean, a lot of the big games. There's a lot of kind of stinky games on. I feel like after Texas, Michigan, and Nebraska, Colorado, it really drops off quick.
I just really hate that Tyler's not 10 toes down on this whole Nebraska thing. It's eating me up.
Yeah, I mean that
Unexpected.
kind of hurt.
Change it to Broncos money line.
Let's go. We're back.
The emotional hedge. Give me Broncos
Fuck
money
the
line.
emotional edge.
Thank you.
Because I didn't feel good as I was saying it. It felt disgusting.
You know what? As a gesture, if the Broncos money line loses, I'll take half of that loss for making him change that.
I'll take it.
As a gesture. Thank you.
What's a half a loss bet amongst friends?
That's the best part about betting is riding with your boys.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right.
I'll take on all of their losses this week.
We'll just all piggyback onto Luke and call it a day.
Yeah. Since Luke's offering, I will take him up on that. So.
Yeah, any money that Luke wins, I think just goes to me since I'm in the lead.
I don't think that's how that works, but
3/4 of the money that he wins goes to me. The rest can go to Brooke.
all right, fair.
Brandon gets nothing.
That's fine. I don't need your charity.
Oh, okay.
That might come back to bite me, but I'll take it. All right, that was Bookie Brooke and the boys. Now we got our weekly pick 'em. Explain the rules to Luke, so we also attach a confidence factor to it. Last week, pretty good week for everybody not named Brooke. Let's see. Tyler ended up on top with an 8-2 record, 43 points. I had a 7-3 record with 41 points, and Brooke had went 5-5 with 30 points. But he got a 10-point win, so that's good.
Who was it?
Nebraska.
And were you all Nebraska?
Yeah, we were all Nebraska for 10.
I love it.
Now, let's see here, because Brooke and Tyler went on opposites quite a bit. Tyler had Colorado.
Hey, Brandon, just real quick in the bottom left, does that say?
Gosh.
Oh, you read last? Oh, sorry, I couldn't read it.
Oh my gosh, you Chiefs fans are always living in the past.
Oh, sorry.
Well, we got a clean week here. Plenty of opportunity for me to botch it. So no worries there. We'll get things started
I can't
with.
see very well. I mean, since Brandon's doing shtick every 5 seconds, I just wanted to make sure.
All right, fellas, we're getting it started with the SEC and Ass Cheeks Conference on the marquee game, Tennessee and NC State. Boy, every time we do this, I always forget to look ahead. So I'm just going to start off with Tennessee with 5.
Okay.
Brooke?
Go NC State for 1.
I'll take Tennessee for 3.
Tennessee for 8.
Ooh.
You're on the Nico train?
For now.
For now.
For this
I
game.
like it. Give you some wiggle room out just in case.
And we'll snake it around. So, Luke, do you got a pick for Michigan State, Maryland?
Yep, Maryland 3.
Fair. Tyler?
I think after watching fucking Chili's out there, he'll be waiting at Chili's in no time. Give me Maryland 5.
Maryland 9.
Wow. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to buck the ship there. Give me Maryland. Give me Maryland in a 6. All right. So we got Arkansas and Oklahoma State. Both teams looked really good in week 1. Surprisingly good for both teams. But I think Oklahoma State's going to find a way to pull it off. I'm not too high on them this week. I really liked what I saw from Taylor Green last week, and on top of that, with what's his name? Their offensive coordinator who has a motorcycle license. I'm blanking, but give me Oklahoma State in 2.
What are you talking about?
A motorcycle license.
Yeah, he was the coach that got busted with the blonde chick on his bike.
Yeah, he went up to the podium for his press conference wearing a neck brace.
Oh.
You'll have to search that.
Oh my God. Bobby Petrino, that's his name.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, now he's back as OC, so I think he's gonna
I'll take
gonna help him out.
Arkansas for 2.
All right, Tyler, what do we
Give me
think?
Oklahoma State with a 6.
Yeah, this was easily the hardest one for me, but Oklahoma State for 1.
Kansas makes a trip up to Illinois. Luke, how do you feel about it?
Was that the surprise one? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the one that I didn't have listed until
All
like
right.
45
So that's
seconds
going to be
ago.
my 6. And I'll go with it's at Illinois.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll still go Kansas. I'll go with Kansas.
Good
I'll
move,
take
Tyler.
Kansas. And give me a 4 on that.
Brooke, we know how much you love Jalen Daniels.
Illinois 3.
What the?
Well, I guess you can't bet on him playing, so that makes sense.
Yeah. I was gonna say, does that change if you can guarantee that he plays the whole game?
This Big Ten better.
All right. I don't know if I'm
Beast.
staking Illinois for that, but I'll take Kansas in 3. Then Houston, Oklahoma. Boy, it feels like this game should be better than what it's going to be. Give me Oklahoma, and this will be my 10-point game.
Is this the layup game this week?
It might be, unless you think it's a look ahead spot. I'm not gonna blame you on that.
Well, since it's the layup game on here, I guess I'll put Oklahoma as 10.
Tyler?
Oklahoma 9.
Okay. Think I like where this is going.
I'll go Oklahoma 10 and then Utah 9.
Here we go.
There we go. Okay. There we go.
Hard.
Oklahoma 10. And then you said Utah 9?
Yep.
All right. I like Utah a lot too. I think this was on the fringe for my Bookie Brooke $400 or $500 bet.
Yeah.
Tyler?
Give me Utah 8.
Brooke?
Utah 9.
Let's see. What numbers do I have left? I got 9. I'm going to save that. Do I got a 7? I got a 7. Yeah, give me Utah and 7. Then Kansas State and Tulane. I don't like how Avery Johnson looked last week. So I don't know how much of that was just them really dumbing down the offense and how much of that is just him not being able to throw the football. But give me Kansas State here with the 4.
Who did they play?
UT Martin.
Oh, okay. Did they
I mean,
blow
they
him out
rolled
still?
him, but he was like
Oh.
at like 150 passing yards, 60% completions, and an interception. Brooke?
I'll take Kansas State 8. Or wait, no, I'm gonna put them lower. What do I have left? What 10?
Yeah, 4, 5.
I think you have 2 9s out there as well.
You do.
Oh shit!
Did you mean
We'll
to put a
put-
9 for Maryland? Or am I spazzing out?
You can put that one at 8. My fault.
All right.
And then I'll take K State 7. I think is what I have left.
Kansas State 2.
Luke?
Kansas State 4. And then what's next? Iowa State?
Yep.
Iowa 7.
Tyler?
Iowa State 1.
Let's go. I was hoping somebody would be there with me. Brooke?
Iowa. Do I have 4 available? I can't.
You
tell.
do have 4.
I'll take 4.
I'll never pick Iowa in this game. I don't care who they play. But I also don't feel that great. So give me Iowa State in a 1. And then
Man,
the
a lot of
Brothers
big
Bride.
talk from the Iowa haters putting that at 1.
yeah, well, you know, we've seen the fuckery that Iowa gets away with and how they win
Yes.
win these games. Texas and Michigan. Give me Texas for everything that I talked about earlier and an 8. I don't know. I have such a hard time imagining this game being close. Brooke?
Texas, whatever the highest I have left is. I don't know.
Let's see. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Yep, there we go.
Texas 10.
I like it. Luke?
Texas 2.
And then the big one, Colorado, Nebraska.
Give me Nebraska for 5.
Nebraska for 7.
Nebraska 5.
Let's see. Which one do you have left, Brooke? 1, 2,
5.
5. Go Nebraska 5 here.
Yep.
All right. And then Nebraska 10. If they lose, I might not ever
You already used
hop
your
on
10.
it. I already used my 10, so give me 9. Boy, this is good stuff.
Let's go.
Feel good about it. I feel like this is going to be a good week for us to feast because there's not a lot of games that I really feel that wishy-washy about. I mean, Kansas, Illinois, I just don't know what to expect from Illinois much this year. And Arkansas and Oklahoma State's a weird one. And I truly like Iowa State more than Iowa, but I know the kind of fuckery that they do. So I wouldn't be surprised if that goes the wrong way. I mean, I'd like to think that the football gods have to catch up eventually. Maybe like the nonsense that they put Nebraska fans through, if they can sprinkle a little bit on, Iowa City this week. Iowa State can get out of there unscathed. But I'm hyped, boys. This is going to be such a great week. Any final thoughts before we sign off here for the week?
Go Big Red Huskers.
38-27 Nebraska.
Hell
Give it
yeah.
to me. Give it to me.